Okie dokie. So Sherry here is somebody called me today, their fearless leader. Thanks, Randy. Sometimes I wonder about that, but anyway, I want to be able to teach as many people as possible that want to know how to do an APLGO presentation. That's what this training is all about. Now, I know you guys can go on to YouTube and you can see how to do a Zoom. And if you don't know how to do a Zoom, I know y'all know how to get onto one because you're here, but if you don't know how to actually operate a Zoom, you might want to watch that. I think it's like a 15-20 minute video. Basically what you're doing is you open up a Zoom and you will be, like I said just before we came on here, if you don't have two monitors, you're going to want to set up half of your screen with your Zoom and the other half with your presentation so you see the notes on it. At least that's the way I do it. Now, I've seen some people do presentations with the notes and everything on it. And I don't know, to me, that's just not very professional. I don't know, is that me or is that just, you see all their windows that are open, you see all that, you know, everything else there. But reality is when somebody sees an overview, they should be seeing something like, as I'm going to share my screen right now. And it should be coming up here any second. Do you guys see the screen share yet?
Yeah, I can see the important disclaimer.
Yeah, and you know what? It's on the wrong screen, so I need to move it over to, I thought this was, maybe I switched screens. Oh, I did. I moved everything around, so I okay, so I need to move. I'm gonna share share screen number 2. There we go. Okay, now you guys should be seeing, and you're still seeing the disclaimer. Okay, so I'm gonna escape out of here.
Now we see the Elite 16 Club.
Oh, okay, then you are seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
What I haven't done is moved this over there. Okay, I'm just now moving it over.
Fantastic.
That's what my other screen has on it every single day, all day long. That's what I look at.
Okay.
There's a reason for that. Okay, so then I'm gonna, and you'll see, you're probably seeing that there are, hold on just a second here. I need to put this over to, because I switched. There we go.
There you go. Yep.
Because I switched sides, now I'm having to retrain myself on which side to click on. But do you guys also see that there's 4 people over here on the right-hand side? Do you, where it says important disclaimer, do you guys see the 4 people?
No.
Okay, I always thought you guys did. Well, when I actually do a recording of this and you guys see the recording come back, you're gonna see those 4 people there. Basically what you're seeing right now is just the important disclaimer, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, well, when you do this from your end, you're gonna see whatever 4 people are on the top of the screen in however many people you have on your Zoom. So what I do is I go over and you guys can do this too. I just click on my one and I pin it so that now you guys are probably seeing if anybody's talking, it's just me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So in the first part of doing the, by the way, do you guys have the other PowerPoint pulled up anywhere that you can see it so you can read the notes?
No, I didn't do that.
I'm working on it.
If you don't, then what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and downsize this, and I'm going to pull it out. Well, I don't need it that far. Come on, go back there. And then you guys can see all these notes if I can get it to do the right thing. Okay.
I'm on the bottom.
Yeah, the notes are at the bottom, but here's what I do when I'm reading it. This is actually open on another screen. These are tricks about doing this, you guys, just so you know. You would be showing the presentation on your divided screen. You know what? Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should show you what I'm doing, because that's what you guys are actually seeing on your side, right? So there's one, and let me pull up the other one over here too. You see what's happening here now? So I'm pretending like I just have one computer. Can you guys see both of those now?
Yeah.
All right. And this one right here is the one that I leave on my laptop so that I can open this up as a slideshow. But as soon as I hit slideshow, it's going to cover the whole entire screen. And I don't want that to happen so that you guys can actually view it. See what I mean? As soon as I click that, it covers the whole screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me go back to clicking it. Okay, so let me get back to this first part here. First, when you do an overview, you guys always make sure you've got a great looking background. If you don't have a good background behind you, you don't even need to get a green screen anymore. If you have a really good camera, I've got a Logitech 410 here that, by the way, I've had for like probably 15 years and it still works fabulous. So just make sure that your lighting is good. People can see your face. There's no bright light behind you that is making you dark in the front. Wear something nice, presentable, unless you're doing, there's exceptions, you know, unless you're doing just a very casual training or, you know, just chit-chatting with your team, or, you know, doing a cocktail party where you've got a glass of, you know, whatever. Okay. But when you're doing a presentation and you're really trying to make a first impression, that's where you want to make sure everything about doing it looks good. That's why Tina and Kelly have such a great background. That's their desk. That's really their desk. The very first one of these that I have up, this important disclaimer, I don't show that slide. I start with saying nothing, and then this is the one that comes up first. So when I start a webinar, you know, I tell everybody I'm going to mute them and turn on the recording, let everyone know you're going to unmute. And I wrote that on there so you guys can actually do that. And then personally, thank everybody for being there. I'm just going to run through this really, really quick, really like in 1 minute. And then we're going to let you guys take it up and see where we can do a presentation. And I'll just kind of be ready, you know, like Tina did that one time, and she just kind of called out your name, because the notes are here. You're going to be able to see what needs to be said. And if you've seen these enough times, you can probably do it right off the top of your head. And just like this one right here, this, you know, what keeps you up at night, just reading that is basically what it is. That's what it is. But here, let me go through this really quick. So when I do this presentation, I made this easier for you guys. This slide right here is stationary, and then this slide right here actually rolls up on it. But I didn't want to have you guys worry about having to click twice on a page to see, gosh, where'd that slide go? That's what it does. So I just left it alone. And this one is a talk about. This one is, you know, you just read the slide. This one's pretty much the same thing. Then the video is shown. And here's the two. This one right here and this one are the two that you need to come up with, even if it's just a picture of you and, you know, who's this person? Why should I listen to them? If you want to have one similar to this one, you've got Canva. I know a lot of you do. Just look at it and copy it. That's this background right here is a Canva background, and all I did was put on like shining stars or something background, and it came up. So you'll and purple and blue, and it came up. most of the rest of these are, you're just talking about it. The ingredients is a real easy one. These ones, this is basically what you're saying on here. You guys have seen the WebMD, all of this right here. Which would you choose? And then when we get down into the comp plan, this is where most people freeze up. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they're exact. This one is 100, this one is 600, this one's 3,000. It's just telling the difference between the three. You guys decide if you want to do this slide or not. I don't particularly care for it. I know these numbers are right, but I also don't like seeing a pyramid.
That's so true.
Okay, so when I saw them pull that up, I know Tina and Kelly, they're like, oh, you belong to one of those things. Do you know how many people's minds shut off when they see that?
Yep.
Even though Tina and Kelly or a lot of other people go, yeah, I'm really glad to be part of what, yeah, I'd rather get rich fast than slow. I don't know, but I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking of who's watching it. So I don't use that slide. In fact, I had it to where I was doing this skip slide. So when we get to the presentation, it'll actually skip over it. Do you guys agree with me, or do you want me to show it?
I agree with you on that. Can we alter it? Can we change it at all?
Well,
Yeah.
here's what happens is I show this right here, and then the next slide that comes up is not that slide.
Yeah.
It automatically, it doesn't delete it, it just skips it because it says right there, it's skipped.
I agree with Clee. Maybe turn that picture into a circle.
Something, yeah, maybe change it.
I agree. You know what? Even a square.
Something.
Yep. Or a
Really?
square.
Even a square. So
Are you calling us square now, Sherry?
yeah, squares. What we are not is we are a pyramid. I mean, everything out there's a pyramid. We're just not a pyramid scam. Is that your little doggy barking, Randy?
No, it is not.
Oh, bummer. I got to meet Randy's dog.
It's mine. It's the ones that are stoned on the Facebook page. Yes, that's mine. I'll be right back. They need out.
Okay. So, and then after, you guys, these are also simple. You've seen them 100 times. I'm glad that I've got you guys on this group to do this because you've seen this so many times. So I will start with this one, okay? And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put the group down on here so I can see everybody, and then I can just kind of call. And don't be nervous. Who does not want to be called? Who doesn't know how to read? No. Let's have fun here. This isn't kindergarten. I know y'all know how to read. John's just laughing his butt off. So okay, so I just want to start everybody out here tonight. We're going to mute everyone, and I'll turn on the recording, which I've already done, but I just want to know that I will unmute you at the end of this session, and we'll be able to have the guests ask any questions that they want. So hello, everyone. I personally want to thank you all for joining us. Wherever you're tuning in from, you're here because somebody invited you or you're looking to learn even more. And we're going to explain to you a little bit more about these amazing drops that you came to find out about. So sit back and relax. And if you have any questions, we'll answer them at the end. We're going to start out with a question, and that question is, what keeps you up at night? When you go to bed at the end of a long day and put your head down, what is that one thing that stays on your brain and, keeps you up possibly? So, Clee, what is that keeps you up at night? Gotcha.
Long days, worrying about paying my bills and things like that.
Okay, you do know that right now we're actually doing the slide presentation, and you're going to be, you are going to be participating, and that's why I said, who doesn't want to be called? I know you do, Clee. So I'm doing the presentation, and I'm not going to do a do-over. This is exactly why we're doing this. So when I do a presentation, which, by the way, you guys, I'm doing the presentation, I think next Tuesday night, I may be calling out on some of you, and you'll be on a company-wide presentation. So I don't want to scare you, but, and I don't want to throw you right into the fire, but this is a really good way to get to learn how to do this. So when I pulled that up, Clete, all the words are there. You can see them, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great. All right. So what keeps you up at night, Clete?
well, things like job insecurity or career limitations, maybe not having enough in your savings or bank account, or you're going to pay for kids' college or mortgage or medical bills or retirement or inflation or gas prices or your children everyday expenses or any of these things that keep you up at night. Well, you're not alone.
And go ahead and go on to the next one, and then I'll
Okay.
do in between. Yeah.
In fact, a lot of people have the same question. In fact, 59% of Americans say that their biggest concern in life is inflation, and the other 41% say that their biggest concern in life is their health. Well, we're glad you're here on this webinar with us right now.
Clete, you do that really good. I mean, you guys, applause for Clete. That is really good. Okay, so, what if I told you the solution to both of those concerns that Clete talked about can be the same, and there are a lot of people on this webinar with you right now that already know about it. So what I'd like you to do is watch this short video clip and see if it resonates with you. So then we pull that up. Okay, here's the trick on these videos, you guys, and it almost stumps every single person. They'll click on this, they'll click on it when I believe you have to click enter. Oh, no, if I was wrong, you do click on it. Don't click enter. Okay, it's supposed to play. Is it loading? Oh, you know what's because I don't have it in presentation mode. There we go.
2020 is setting its own rules. The world
Okay, now
is
I'm not going to
facing a
play this
huge
whole thing.
economic crisis.
You guys know what that is, okay? So when that's, okay, now what happened to this? What happened to the next slide here? Hold on just a second. Did I just take one out? Ah, I did. Okay, so as soon as this one's done, the next slide that comes up is about you. Now, you guys don't need me to go over this whole thing. You've heard this before. It's going to be your own story. Is anybody ready to tell their own story? No? I know you all have a story.
Have a story.
Huh?
I don't have a story.
You know what?
I do, but it's, I'm not ready with it.
Every single one of you on here have a story. Tuesday, you have a story, you just don't know it.
My wife has a story.
It's not your wife's story, and it's not about a product. It's how did you start with network marketing? You guys all know how you started. And what is it that started you here? And what is the best thing that's happened to you since you've been with this company? It's those three things. What started you in network marketing?
What started? Okay.
Yeah. What started you even to consider network marketing? And just having those three things, what got you started? What do you like about APLGO?
Okay.
What was the other thing I said? All
Uh,
right there. When you started,
what I like.
what got you started in this industry? What you like about APLGO, and what has happened to you since you started? That's it. What has happened since you started? Now, I know there's, you know what, you guys, there's more people than you would even think that have gotten started with APLGO 22 months ago, and they still feel like they haven't, and it could be because they're comparing themselves to Tina and Kelly. Well, I haven't gotten there yet. You guys, if you're making your, if you're like a 2-star, and I think everybody on here is a 2-star associate. If you've done that, that's a big accomplishment. That is something where you wind up getting that extra loyalty bonus. there's the little things, you know, if it's the comp plan that you're happy about, that you want to share with people, if it's the product, if it's both, you all really do already have a story, or you wouldn't be here. So you just think about putting those things together. My story's like, for God's sake, almost 4 decades long. So I have to cut it short, but this is,
too.
you know, 30 years in the industry, international speaker. And yeah, I was an international speaker like 6 years ago, but that was a big part of my life because I traveled into probably 15 different countries, and that was fun. And I do consider myself a marketing and sales expert. People want to know who they're working with. So if you can capture their attention in a very, very positive way. But then there's another way of doing this, you guys. If you have and it's coming, I'm telling you, it's coming, because John knows. I was raised on Brandstetter Lane, and I'm telling you, that house right now looks like a crack house. It's not much different than when I lived in it. John's laughing. But to me, that's going from literally rags to riches. And if I didn't babysit and make my own money to buy my own shoes finally for 7th grade, I probably would have been buying or wearing flip-flops to school. It was that bad. And I hated it. I hated it since I was 8 years old. I hated it. But I decided to make those choices, which you guys have done the same thing. So there's a story that's about ready to pop. And I don't know if you guys saw my post that I made this afternoon with the bulldozer on it. That is the biggest bulldozer on earth. And I've hired those guys to clean up the pathway for us to get where we want to go. I love that post. I was just daydreaming today. And I thought, what would it take to clear the way so that everybody on this team could see what I see? And I thought bulldozer. And I went online and I just Googled world's largest bulldozer, got the picture and shot it on there. Yep, there it is right there. Thank you.
That's awesome.
So, you guys, I am backing you up 100%. Okay, so let's get back to where we're doing this. So why am I doing this? So the 3 things on there that, you know, who you are, and then why you're doing it. And that's easy. And I love this because I got John and Daniel on here, and gosh, all of us that were over in Vegas. This is just really fun. Okay, now we're going to the next one. I'll finish up with this one here. This could be a life-changing opportunity if you choose it to be, and that's a huge thing, is to be able to choose it. Sit back, relax. I promise to keep this short and to the point. We are not going to kill you with overload, PowerPoint overload. So Tuesday, would you like to talk about this one here, about the best kept secret that we found?
Sure.
All that, or do I need to pull it up more? There we go.
There you go. That's good. I get close to the camera.
I know.
Okay. So everyone is looking for the secret to live the best life, and we truly feel that we have found the secret to success in this company, seriously, in the middle of a global pandemic. In the middle of July 2020, and the incredible company was introduced to us, and we found it to be not only solid, but stable and steady. At the time, it was already around. It's all, there's no periods or anything, so I'm running it all together.
Yeah, there are periods there, but you're missing them.
Yeah,
That's okay. And here's this is good training. What I say is just slow down. I do that too. When I see myself getting ahead, I just take a deep breath, and I'll actually try to think up something to say and I'll say it when I'm taking that deep breath, like take a sip of water and go back to it, and then just slow down.
Okay.
It's not a race. Okay, so I think you were this incredible company, and you'll get used to this. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to read this. This was just for you guys to have notes. If you did that, See, we found the best kept. If you just said these,
Mhm.
that's even better because
Okay.
this down here is actually explaining it a little bit more. Which would you prefer to do for
Well,
now?
let's just go with the slide. So I'm not rushing and everything, and
Great.
then I could probably
Yeah,
just-
and if anything comes to you when you're seeing those things, go ahead and ad lib. You might feel a little uncomfortable doing that, as long as you keep that whole slide in about less than a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. We found the best kept secret here in network marketing, and it is called APLGO. It is the solid, stable, and steady. It's sweeping across Europe for more than 10 years, opening new countries right now, one of a kind and no competition comp plan, affordable variety of products, low monthly commitment, paid daily, 63% payout on the dollar, and the most fun and exciting travel incentives that you're going to want to do.
You did that fabulous. I love it. Tuesday, everybody congratulate Tuesday. That was great. See, when you slow down and you're
Yep.
not rushed, you're gonna, what you just did up there was actually down here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you did really, really well. So
Tried to remember a little bit of a little bit of it to add just a little bit of fun to it. So like
Yeah.
so it doesn't sound like you're reading, you know?
yes,
and-
exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I got to tell you, when you show a slide like this, people they're going to read the slide anyway.
Mhm.
And you're reading it to them. That's one of the things I don't like to do, is have a slide with a bunch of words on it that people are reading. So mine are usually interactive, but I went and picked this one because this is a pretty universal for everybody. So at the end of that, which you didn't see, here's this part, Tuesday.
Oh yeah, watch the quick. Okay, watch this quick video, and we'll see, and you'll see what we found.
Yeah, so then you'd have to double click on it, and then it will play while it's loading up. It's trying to load up. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Da, 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 da,
Welcome
da,
to
da, da, da.
APLGO.
That's okay. And that was Ron. Then we've got this next one. Now, I don't know if everybody realizes this, but did you know that Julia made this with color coding?
Yes.
Okay, the reason she did that is because these orange ones here are our daily collection.
Mhm.
The green is our premier, and these two are our elite. And when I'm doing a show, I actually have those in those categories, and it makes it so much easier. So now that we've all seen Ron, does anybody want to take this on? Who wants to take this on? And which would you rather do? Can you do it by memory from here, or do you want to see this? Okay, Randy, go ahead, take it on.
Okay, so what you can see here are 3 different collections shown in orange, green, and purple. The daily collection, which consists of women's vitality, men's health, pain and inflammation, blood sugar regulation, immunity, energy, relaxation, stress relief, and then, of course, we have our premier collection. Has things which sometimes not used necessarily every day, but like seasonal allergy relief, which that's a big one for me. I love it. You know, some people have problems with circulations. Me, sign me up. Digestion or liver detox, gut health. And then, of course, we have our elite collection, which is the purple. That includes our anti-aging product, BTY, and brain for clarity, focus, and concentration, which is wonderful for brain fog, and especially if you're tired on the job and you know at your end of your day. All 3 of these products, product lines, you can get at our wholesale pricing, which is incredible. I'm trying to see this because the typing is so low.
Oh, you know what? Here, you know what? I should do this for you guys on here because it is in 11. How's that? Here's
12
what
would be better.
this is what. Oh, that's,
There you
is it
go.
far down on the page? Does that help?
Yeah, that's better. I can see it a little bit better now.
Okay. So this is what Tina says all the time. And I think it's a pretty good thing because I didn't know you could take, and you can even say, I didn't know you could take all 15 at one time if you wanted to. You don't have to. But anyway, go ahead and start from here, Randy.
Here's what people ask me all the time. Do I take all 15 products? And I tell them, no, I take about 6 or 7. Some people I know take 8 or 9. That would be me. And I additionally take seasonally others, which I need from time to time, such as like ALT, which is for easy breathing, especially with allergy season, spring breakup, that helps easier breathing. I know there's a package we offer to get you started. Let's see here. I know there's a package we offer to get started, and you can decide by taking them individually, and you'll find the ones you'll fall in love with, like I did. There are 30 drops per pack. They are hard lozenges that taste like candy. And I like to say it tastes like lifesavers.
Lifesavers. Yeah, kind of
Mhm.
like a lifesaver. That was the next.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of like candy, I mean, I would probably just take that
Yeah.
out, reiterating. They're incredibly good. Each one has less than 1 gram of sugar, and that sugar that is in it is from beet sugar. It's beyond organic.
Very good. Very, very good. So,
And the biggest thing though is to run through this yourself, know your presentation, because then it doesn't sound like you're reading off a slide.
exactly. And I like the way that Clee did it because he's changing his tone in there and kept it running. Tuesday made it fun. And by the way, does anybody have any, I don't want to say any good feedback? We constructive criticism or any feedback so far?
Such as that one previous slide, for things like that, I like to make it personal.
Yes, you did.
Showing
I
them,
like that.
I am a product of the product.
Yes. Yeah. And they want to hear that. By the way, do you guys know that it is perfectly okay when you're doing these to call out somebody's name that's on the webinar, make it even more personal?
Absolutely, get some
that-
interactive feedback.
Yes, that actually like you're talking there and you go, and I bet you Clee, you feel the same way. Now, Clee doesn't have to say anything. It just keeps his attention. And then people think, well, maybe they're going to call on me or maybe they'll say my name. I'm telling you, people love, love, love to be recognized.
And poof, their picture goes away.
Sorry, what, Randy?
And poof, their picture goes away.
Yeah. So anyway, so we have thousands of stories and testimonies from around the globe. In fact, we have a whole testimony Facebook page where you can go onto that page and read about everybody's testimonies from head to toe. Health on Your Own is just I think I even wrote that wrong. Head to toe health on your own. This is just a few of the testimonies we have. And if you wanted to, you can read some of these from the page, because you're going to have these notes off to the side, and you can pick like Jim or SLD, or we all know Brenda, Julia, and if you want, if you're doing this and this is your presentation, I know all of you somewhere on the Facebook page probably have a slide with your name on it. Throw it in there. Take that thing, and you're going to that's why I asked you guys all to download this presentation, make a copy of your own, and you can change these slides in here if you want. But that's
okay.
Or you can just keep it the
Because
way.
I tried to download it and it tried to go to OneDrive, but then when I opened it up, it wouldn't let me do any edits. It said request access.
But did you save a copy though? What you're doing is you're saving as.
Yeah, I saved it to like the OneDrive. Or
Well, I know, but you need
it would
to
only let me go
name
to.
it something else. Like,
I'll try that.
yeah, just that, because that's what I do every time Julia or Curry or Tina send me something. They send me the original, and then I click over here, file, and I save as. Make a new
You can send
copy,
me mine, Randy, if you want.
entire presentation, and I save it as a different name, and then it'll let me do it.
Okay.
There's a secret y'all didn't know. But we do this all the time. We're always sending each other stuff. So, so we have all these thousands of testimonies now. And what I'd like to share with you is a little bit more about the list of ingredients we have. John, do you want to fill us in on some of those?
You hear me all right?
Yeah, we can. Thank you so much.
All right, here's a list of ingredients, the botanicals that are used. Not all of these are in each product. Each product has its own. However, they're non-GMO, organic, drug-free, and vegan, kosher and dye-free, and nut-free, dairy-free, and you can go on the on about the ingredient list. So I guess go on and on.
I know that, and that's the thing. When I hear Tina doing this, it's like a run-on sentence, and then it dawned on me it is a run-on sentence. It just one thing after the other.
The ingredients in every product work systematically, same. The way they are put together, and that's one of the reasons they work so well. Some people put them together like 3 to 4 drops at a time. Some people take them one at a time throughout the day. It really doesn't matter. There are no rules here. If you were to Google any of these ingredients like Cambodia, gooseberry, I'm saying that right?
Yep.
Hawthorn,
Hawthorn.
Ashwanda, avocado, you're going to see they all have major benefits.
And you know what's really interesting is hearing Mary Esther Gilbert this afternoon talk about GRW and the 13 ingredients that are in there. Oh my gosh, no wonder it's our #1 product. That would have been my add-on to that because we saw that today. It was so good. Thank you so much for that, John. You know, from there, so we call this high-tech health. Do you want to go on from there, John? Because it is literally reading those. That's all it is. This is this up here.
Okay. High-tech health. It's 100% absorbable, 100% bioavailable.
Right.
Patent technology. 2, it's natural and organic plant-based botanical DNA extracts. And 3, 1,000 plus of health benefits, including DNA repair and protect. Number 4, infused with negative ions, natural energy enhancer.
So then when we go and talk about the benefits of negative ions, you guys, I usually skip this slide, but because we now have these, by the way, I printed them all off, you guys, all 8 of them, used them at the event. There are people that relate to WebMD and the research papers. So I started adding this again to the overview, and I hope we don't. I mean, we're not even into the other part of this. So can we just skip a few of these slides? Because I know you get this, and I'm going to throw one out here for Anthony to do too. This is all about the positive and negative ions and how they affect us. But Anthony, can you take this one right here?
Sure. Hopefully I'll get through this and you guys won't have static. Okay, so here you see a number 5. There's no rules. It's fantastic. You know, you can take any of these drops whenever you want. You don't have to take it, believe or after what? You don't have to take it before or after a meal. 2 hours before you wake up or 2 hours before
wait a minute, Anthony, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't need to read all that down there. Just read the slide. See, it is the same thing. Yeah, just read the slide. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So number 5, no rules. Take when you want, how you want, as many as you want. They are safe for all ages. No choking down, heavy, thick pills, no mixing powder, delicious, convenient, and most of all, affordable.
Woo! Now, did Anthony do that good, you guys?
Good job.
Yay. All right, that is so cool. Yeah, when we have slides like this and you're just starting doing this, don't even think about trying to read this. Just do the slide because it's there. It's benefits you that way. And you know what? Because of all these 7 things that you've seen so far, number 8 is the biggie of what has happened with this company. And here's something absolutely phenomenal that we all have. with 8 of our products, doctor published white papers in the World Journal. Right, you guys, by the way, try saying that all day long to a bunch of people and remember what it is. The World Journal of Pharmaceutical and Medical Research, which gives our product major credibility and backing. So 8 of our drops have these research papers that you can read. You can look them up. The person that brought you here, and every now and then throughout the presentation, you want to go refer the person back to the person that brought them here, and they can send you, and I like to pull them up now. I have to put it in front of me because I got a background here. They can send you through a really awesome tool that we have called Rapid Funnel, all of those papers. So here's one of your favorites. Go ahead, Clee. What do you have to say about this one, Clee?
Oh, which one would you choose if they have the same nutritional value? You look at these hands and you think about it. No more gross smelling horse pills or choking on tasting awful shakes. I'll tell you 100% of the time, people always pick the DNA lozenges.
And they do. It's, you know, it's even at the event that I did on Saturday, I had, by the way, you guys, I have this nice sign that Tina and Kelly have, and it is it's the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. And oh, look at that. It looks like the hands are up in my window. Isn't that weird?
Yep, that's cool.
But it is the sign. And I had that drew so much attention. They were coming over wanting to know what's in the bags. So I said, well, if
DNA candy.
Yeah, if both of them represented exactly, Randy, the same nutritional value, which would you rather do? And this one guy comes up and he says, are those like those DNA pills? I'm not kidding you. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I go, yeah, that's funny. He couldn't remember the name of the company, but y'all know it was Euphoria.
Mhm.
That was so weird. Anyway, okay, so
Yeah, I like how Tina put it on Sunday about DNA candy.
yes.
And
Yeah. Say how did she say that again? I know I wrote it somewhere, but I don't have it on the top of my head right now. Do you remember that, Randy?
Well, because people are asking her, well, what do you do? And she says, I work with DNA candy.
Right.
And she's like, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, that was good. And we talked about that this morning.
Yeah.
And what was the question that she asked? This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
That if these both represented the same nutritional value, which would you choose? And it was so funny because the guy said, well, what would it like if you didn't have any house payments? Do you guys remember that? And Tina said, well, kind of like it does now. And the guy didn't get it. And he went on to say something like, and you know, you didn't have a car payment, and what would that look like? And Tina goes, well, this company gave us a car. And the guy finally goes, what are you doing? It was funny. Okay, so we don't need to go over every single one of these. I think you guys got the gist of it here. I don't want any of this to scare you at all. This one is a fun one. It is, and I did take a couple of these slides out. Some were, you know, the guy with the singer, because that's one of Tina's story things that she does. And I don't think any of us would relate to that unless we knew somebody that was still making residual from that. And then it gets into the rapid funnel. But this is a biggie because, you know, people are really going to take this and run with it because we have a system. So rapid funnel, we always need to get in there. And then, oh, and I'll bring this one up as well. This one says the same thing up there. You start with this one here, tell a little bit about it and how the nice system is, and then the bullet points of what it does, and work where you want, when you want. This pretty much says the same thing as that does. And then it's time to go pick a pack. I think you guys could blast this out without even reading any of this here, because you know, we got a good, we got a better, and we have a best. And why you want to be careful when you pick a pack. I am so glad Julia put this together. I'm so glad that she did this, because we've had people go ahead and come in at 200 or even leader, and they have enough for them, but they could afford, and I'm not kidding you, they could afford at the time a diamond pack. And then, and they do wind up upgrading it. All of the people that I spoke with about, they have. But if they wish they would have done it right off the get-go, but people don't know. I mean, you guys look at me. How many of you came in at a diamond pack? Just like that, at a diamond pack, right off the get-go. Oh, you did, John. You did come in at a diamond pack. I came in at 200 because I was, if I can remember this right, I can't remember if it's 200 or leader, but I didn't, a lot of us were just burned out. and we just went through the, the Acervia thing and the euphoria. But I know Tina has never steered me wrong, ever. And I just thought, okay, but it was so quick that money came in there. Within 10, 14 days, there was enough to get a diamond pack. And I upgraded just as you guys did. So it's important to pick your pack right. So who wants to take this on? And then we're going to be done here really quick. Who wants to take on one of these? It's this one, and this one.
Sure,
Okay.
why not?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Anthony.
Okay, so do you understand the difference between these three, Anthony?
No, but if you quickly tell me, I will.
Okay, well, if I quickly tell you, then I may as well do it. But when people come in at a promoter pack and they get a certain amount when they bring somebody in. So one on the left, one on the right. They come in at $100. The group bonus that they get is $28, and the group bonus building leg, they wind up getting $56 if they bring two in that bring two in. That's the promoter status with that many people. Teach your people, personally sponsored to bring two people in. Here's the big thing right here, and I wish this was PowerPoint, so that was actually a pointer going there. But the group bonus building, you're only bringing in this much. When you have people come in at 600, and this is a huge jump. People are bringing people in at the 100 promoter, and they're only getting paid that much on their fast start bonus. Okay. When they bring them in at 600, they're getting 840. Big difference. That's 100.
Which would you rather have?
Yeah. So then when they bring in at a diamond, it costs them $3,000 to come in as a diamond, but your group building on that is $5,040. And I know if people don't ask for the sale, and we're finding, in fact, actually listening to Grant Cardone, which some of us didn't want to listen to, but we did anyway. Twice I listened to that book in the last few days, and he went to a company. They hired him to find out why their sales aren't as good, and they wanted to hire him to do some real, cost a lot of money type thing. And he said, you know what, let me come and find out what your salespeople are doing before you hire me to do that. 60% of the sales team, was it 60 or 80? It was a large percentage, weren't even asking for the sale. So he said, that's the only thing you need to change. So he came in and he taught them how to ask for the sale. Sales went completely skyrocketed. So what I'm getting at is ask for the sale. So I didn't mean to stop you on this, Anthony, but if you haven't seen this a few times in a row, it does get confusing. So you have the PowerPoint. Go ahead and take a look at these and read this part down here, because those are significant. When you bring somebody in at 100, they just want to get their feet wet. I get it. 600, at least they have one of everything. And 3,000, I know that person's going to do business. I know they are. And then there's the one that we don't want to do that I'll make into a square.
Sherry, can you back up 2 seconds to the 600 leader?
Sure.
Okay, so when I look at the 600 leader and when I'm promoting it, I mean, yeah, the 3000 is great. Not everybody has 3000s. I'm sure people can come up with the 600 easy.
Yes, they do.
If they're serious about doing a business.
80% of the people do.
Yep. However, okay, a lot of times we're teaching to find 2 your first month. Now to fast track this is to find 2 who find 2 that very first month.
Oh,
And
exactly.
You keep teaching that.
Keep going, Randy. Keep
In
going.
90 days, you'll be a diamond or you'll be a corporate director.
Yes, doing
So-
that for 90 days. You got that
For
right.
90 days,
Yep.
your first month, you find 2 who find 2. Your second month, those 2 find 2 who find 2. Your third month, that whole group find 2 who find 2. You're a corporate director. 90 days.
Did you guys hear that? I know
Yeah.
y'all did. Isn't that something? But it's not a but. This is the hard thing about it, is to get each person just to have one on their left and one on their right.
Not only you're a corporate director, you're a very stable corporate director. You won't be looking around every month after month trying to make corporate director. You will be corporate heading to national.
Thank you, Randy. I love that one.
I've done the math.
Anybody want to do that?
I'm a green personality.
Randy is very green. If anybody wants to do that in these next few days and the whole month of June, I have the bulldozer. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, this is serious business, you guys, whether it's this one, or this one. This team can help all of you get to corporate director. Even paid managing director is big. Paid as a managing director. By the way, anybody that's diamond right now has that status. But to be paid at it, that's some pretty good bucks. That's where I've been hanging for a while.
And and what's the nice thing is that, yeah, I've got overflow, but I want to be my personal sponsored people. I want my team to be as a managing director.
Yeah, and create.
On one on the left, one on the left.
Yeah.
If I've got overflow, that's just a bonus.
Yeah, and be able to start creating leaders. And I just felt it was time to start teaching you guys how to do these webinars. I think that's really important, because if we do this a few weeks in a row, and if any of you throughout the week go, hey, can I like do a private one of these with you? We'll run through the whole thing and just knock it out, because you guys, we're number 6 now, and people are looking for people doing presentations. That's all they want. They want somebody, well, they want more than that, but they want somebody that will do a presentation so they don't have to, because they don't know what they're doing yet.
Like Eric Worre said, the person who's doing the presentation is the one getting paid.
The one doing the presentation is the one getting paid. You've been listening to Eric. This is good. So, and just quickly, we go through these things, the family business, this is really important. And I need to change. I just changed this the other day. Now I need to change it to number 6. Seriously, that if I can pull this out, I pulled the whole thing out of there. It's number 12 right there. This is how you can readjust these things anytime you want, you guys. Okay, that didn't want to go up with me, but anyway, I'll take my back and there we go. Put it all back together. That one's important. And then there's another video that I didn't put the one on there. In fact, I couldn't even find the video, the one where they have all the fun all around the world type things that they do. So I threw the one in there from Vegas and the countries that are open. And a year from now, you wish, blah, 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 you wish. Okay. And I do have this one at the very end because it reminds me, we haven't even talked about our skincare. And that could be way up here under right about there somewhere, but I'm not putting it in. You just say it. Yeah. So did that work for you guys? I mean, do we need to know, I know we need to do more.
One of the other things that we could really emphasize though, as we're wrapping up, is the FOMO, especially being number 6 now.
So
the fear of missing out.
The fear of missing out, yes. And that is on this slide right here.
Yep. And that's the part we really need to emphasize.
And it's also on the slide right here. I'll switch that to a number 6. In fact, I can take that right there. And it is now.
And then I bet your cells and stuff, you could probably add something more into that now too.
Yeah, so it's now number 6. You guys, I just changed it. That's how easy it is. And if this is the one that you guys are using, it is. It's even changed on yours now too. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and I guess I could stop the screen share. I am so glad to have you guys here tonight. I mean, that was awesome.